So you've just been turned into a vampire. But don't worry, just because you'll never see the sunlight or eat anything with garlic in it for the rest of eternity doesn't mean you can't have a good time. Southern California has a myriad of bars and clubs that cater specifically to your needs. So if you've got a taste for something sanguine but don't want to waste your time popping into every Camarilla-sanctioned establishment across town, then stick around. We're sure to find the one that best suits you. The Golden State is teeming with hotspots that cater to both the living and undead alike. So come with me as we scour through the details and get to the bottom of the confounding quandary that is, what are the best bars in Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines? All right, so first up is the Asylum. Very impressive facade here. I love the statues, multiple stories. Kind of reminds me of those like Barnes and Nobles you see in the city that are like 4 floors. They've got like an internet cafe and a coffee shop in them and stuff. All these flyers in the front too. I'm assuming there's like a local punk scene, or maybe it's just like an anarchist book sale or something like that. Either way, I'm about it. The signage is very fun. It kind of reminds me of Hot Topic, to be honest. That could be either a good thing or a bad thing for you, depending on your opinion of Hot Topic. For me, it's pretty neutral. It's more nostalgic than anything else. I just feel like you don't see Hot Topics anymore. Anyways, let's go inside. Got the band posters in the entryway. That's a good sign. This guy looks like he wants to fight already. Don't worry, champ. I'm just here for a bar review. We got some people hanging out here. I like this. It kind of feels like a high school auditorium. It's like if your high school auditorium had the kind of bar you would find at an opera house. Bartender's, he's a tad ghastly. But I'm okay with that. It gives it some character. You don't have to wade through a group of guys who think that the bartender is in love with them in order to get your drink. Get what you need real quick and easy. This part looks like this part looks like the venue from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I feel like I'm about to catch a sex bob-omb show. I like that it's set up for bands too. That was something we didn't see in the Fallout New Vegas bars, where bars that were set up to have bands play. Live music makes all the difference, folks. Yeah, the people here are fun. This is a good scene. Everyone's dancing, having a good time. I think I'm going to jump in. All right, so the Asylum. It's the only bar in Santa Monica. It's a fun dive. It's got a local music scene, sociable crowd, made for a fun night out. Even if I'm not, a part of the scene, I don't really know what's going on. Nothing too fancy about this venue, but kind of gives it a charm all on its own. Try to catch a show here sometime. I don't have a lot of complaints about this place. I'm going to have to give the Asylum an 8.9. All right, on to the next one. So that was the Asylum. We're going to catch a cab and head on down to downtown. And we're going to go to a place called Confession. So let's hop in a cab and let's go there now. All right, so here we are, Confession. I mean, it's a big cathedral, What can I say? I guess it's kind of evoking like Peter Gation's Limelight. It's like it's gonna stand out in the middle of a city amongst all the newer style buildings and such. The red lights kind of give it a horror movie feel. It's got that long legs color palette. It's got the barbarian color palette. Look at that big old gate. I feel like I'm walking into a bar for giants. Let's head on inside. See what we got going on in here. Well, this is a pleasant little courtyard. I feel like I'm in the park right now. I feel like the ominous red windows sort of pull me out of the leisurely, relaxing park aesthetic. Anywho, let's see what's going on inside here. All right, we got the little confessional booth right here. Staying consistent with the church theme going on. Or like the cursed church, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it the cursed church theme. Got definitely a lot of space here. I feel like a packed room is really the ideal atmosphere for a place like this. But I like it. It's a nice bar, well lit. The bright lights keep you from wallowing, so it's a good place to meet up with some friends and have a session. You know, even if you don't want to dance, which kind of seems to be everybody on the floor here. Nobody seems to be dancing. It's kind of got the vibe of like an awkward middle school dance. Where all the boys and the girls are afraid to dance with each other, so they just end up like, you know, standing in their little groups on the dance floor. We got the medieval art fits in with the Gothic architecture and the whole cursed church vibe we established earlier. And there's, you know, plenty of seating. There's plenty of people here, plenty of seating. No one seems to be using it, which I think is a bit bizarre. Beautiful chandeliers here. Again, it's a great space. Great space. It's just the vibe is a little off with nobody really dancing or seemingly having a good time. I'm good friends with the owner here, so I get to check out the back room. And a little strange. 5 candles, not arranged in a pentagram, which was what you would think a place like it would fit the vibe it was going for. And no desk either. It's not even really an office. It's just a room in the back with the sofa and a table. It's a little bit bizarre. Whoa, sorry, buddy. Got a little too feisty there. Let's see if we can get people dancing. Oh, no, never mind. It looks like they're about to start dancing, but then they decide not to. I guess it's just not the crowd for that kind of vibe, I guess. So, yeah, that's Confession. It's a nice venue, cohesive theme, kind of held back by the shy crowd. I like everything it has to offer. It's got great space, great all of the themes, all of the aspects come together and fit a cohesive theme. But the people are kind of like a wet blanket on the whole situation. Not bad, but I don't plan on coming back. I think I'm going to have to give Confession 7.8. So yeah, that was Confession. Not bad. It was kind of weird. Nobody wanted to dance in the dance portion, the dance floor of the bar / club. So we're gonna walk across town and find a little place called The Last Round. So yeah, The Last Round. Let's go there now. All right, so this is The Last Round. I mean, yeah, it looks like a crusty motorcycle bar. The boarded windows, not very inviting. Feels like if I didn't have a reason to be here, that I should just stay far away. But luckily, I do have business being here, being a video game bar / club critic. And so, on that note, let's get down to business and see what's going on in the last round. Let's head on inside. Yeah, I mean, this is about what I would expect from the exterior. It's not the fanciest place in town, that's for sure. But you know, it's got all the essentials. It's got a bar and a bartender and seats and stuff where you can hang out and do bar stuff. Dartboard, that's fun. I wouldn't expect these guys to have a dart league. Oh, sweet. Call of Duty 1 pinball machine. Well, Call of Duty pinball. I ain't never seen one of these in my life. This is vintage. This is a cool thing to have. See if we can play a game. No, guess not. This place reminds me of it's an old bar called the Boneyard in Atlantic City. Like spitting image. It's almost like the exact same layout. Same looking bar with like an elevated seating area right across from it. It's almost uncanny. Top floor. Not a whole lot else going on here. Just more seating. This is probably where the bikers do their deals or whatever. They sell meth or guns or whatever to whoever else is distributing those sorts of things amongst the populace. Not for me though. I'm just a beer guy myself. Maybe a little bit of marijuana. Roll it up, smoke it like a cigarette. So I don't want to overstay my welcome, and I think it's about time we head on out of here. So yeah, the last round. Pretty uninviting and small place. Probably not going to get a very high rating, but there are some positives. The bar's not very crowded and is well stocked. So if you won't have a problem getting a drink. And I don't know if I've ever seen an original Call of Duty 1 pinball machine. That's pretty unique. I'm going to give it like an extra point for that. But other than that, not a whole lot else going for it. If this is where you meet up with people to get things done, then more power to you. But for me, I'm gonna skip this one on my next time I come to downtown. So I'm gonna have to give the last round a 7.1. So that was the last round. It's probably for somebody. Not my kind of place, but God bless them. We're going to hop in a cab again, travel across town. We're going to go to Hollywood, to a little place. No laughing now. I don't want to hear any laughing, but we're going to a place called the Asp Hole. That's right, the Asp Hole. So that's the Asp Hole in Hollywood. We're going to hop in a cab and we're gonna go and check it out. Let's go there now. All right, laugh it up. Okay, we all see it. All right, get your giggles out now. FYI, an asp is an old world term for a few types of venomous snakes, some of which indeed lived in burrows or holes. So this childish joke is also kind of an accurate little anecdote. Yeah, so the Asp Hole, it almost looks like an office building, but the marquee lets you know what you're getting into. I'm probably going to check out Ghoul Town a little later, maybe after this video. So let's pop inside and see what they got going on in here. Oh, nice bar. Nice. Okay. This is a nice little location. This bar reminds me of that Eric Andre sketch where he's like, he hops behind a bar and is like punching all of the glasses that are hanging from the racks and stuff. Like trying to flip bottles over his head and keeps breaking them on the ceiling. But yeah, they got a nice cozy setup. If you want to sit, have a drink, talk to somebody, but also like a lot of space on the dance floor. Got a nice little stage for a band. It's pretty crowded, so you know this is probably one of the more popular places in town. They got the two bartenders, so you know that. Whoa. Is this guy just smoking up in the corner here? I mean, this game is from 2004. Smoking was definitely banned indoors by then. That's wild. I guess anything goes over here. I would have expected that in the last round, but over here, I'm just a little surprised. Not a deal breaker or anything. We got two bartenders behind the bar. That's nice to see. Because you know when got a lot of people here, it'll probably get pretty busy at some point in time. And it's sometimes you see a bartender taking like 12 people's orders, and you just feel bad for him. You know, you're like whoever staffed this night is just not doing their job. Anyways, they probably don't have that problem here. Let's go check out upstairs. Upper level is a bit strange. I don't know what you need all this space for, but I could see myself renting this out for like an engagement party. You know, maybe get someone to cater, get a nice food spread going. There's a lot you could do up here. They could set up like a little cash bar up here. If someone's throwing an event or something like that. All right, let's get over here and cut a rug. All right, folks, that's the Asp Hole. I'd say this is a very competent setup. Multiple areas that cater to the needs of different kinds of patrons. Got a big bar, quiet booths, big dance floor, stage for a band, private parties upstairs. There's something for everybody. I'm going to deduct a couple of points for the dumbest pun name ever. That's just bad business in the restaurant industry. But other than that, I got to say, I love this place. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to give the Asp Hole a 9.8. Fantastic score. Maybe think about changing the name. The Snake Pit. The Snake Hole even. It would be better. Lovely evening. So that was the Asp Hole. Oh, that was what a good bar. Had a little bit of something for everybody. And next up, we're going to go right next door, staying in Hollywood. We're going to go to a little place called Vesuvius. That's right, Vesuvius, like the volcano. Let's Go there now. All right, Vesuvius. You could probably guess what they got going on in here, and if you can't guess, you'll see pretty quickly. Now, Saguaro Falls is not a real place. I looked it up. As far as I know, does not exist. There's Saguaro National Park that has a waterfall, but as far as I can tell, there's no Saguaro Falls. So I have no idea. Maybe that's a 2004 joke that just kind of didn't really age very well. But anyways, Vesuvius. A lot of tongue-in-cheek, ironically named bars in Hollywood. But honestly, looks pretty good as far as a strip joint goes. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I like the marble. I like the sign. I mean, so far it's looking pretty good. But anywho, without further ado, let's go inside. Merch up front is a good sign, I think. I think it's a sign that it's a legitimate business. It's not a front or some sort of money laundering scheme. So I'm gonna look at that as a positive. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a strip club, you know. We got the volcano theme going on. That's cute. You got the dancers dancing, which, you know, is more than you could say for a place like Confession. Other than that, there's nothing really makes this place stand out. I mean, you know, if you want to go to a strip club, then this is the place you go, right? I don't. There's not really any other place in Hollywood that's going to accommodate your needs like that. You know, nothing too negative that stands out or anything. Very functional bar, albeit a little plain. Well stocked. You know, you're not gonna have any problem finding any specialty liquor that you might be looking for. Let's check out the VIP room. All right. Continuing the volcano theme, I like that this is a consistent motif that this club keeps hitting on. I guess it's the hot tub is like the hot spring, right? That you find in your average volcano. And the couch just seems a little goofy. I don't know why. I'm sure that there are people who frequent strip clubs who are like, no, obviously the couch is supposed to be there, buddy. What the heck do you know? And to that I say, you got me. Guilty as charged. It's kind of funny to me that they have them dancing on the lava. Like, you're not supposed to touch the lava. Like, they're playing the floor is made of lava for real every day at their job. Yeah, again, the private room, you know, it's exactly what I would expect out of it, you know? Little low light, intimate, the place where you go to pay the dancers a little bit extra to get a private dance, you know? What you see is what you get. Hey, isn't that the bartender from the last round? Hey, buddy, what you do? Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. He's busy. All right, so Vesuvius, you know, apart from the volcano theme, it's just kind of an above average strip club. Functional bar, cool VIP room with a hot tub, private rooms, consistent theme, clean and comfortable. No DJ, but that's not really a big deal. Just throw a playlist on shuffle and you're good, you know? I think I'm going to give Vesuvius an 8.8. Very respectable a very respectable score. All right, so that was Vesuvius. Now we're going to hop in a cab for the last time, take a ride over to Chinatown, where we're going to check out a little place called the Red Dragon. So strap on in, buckle your seatbelt up, buckle up your seatbelt, and let's go to Chinatown. Let's go there now. All right, welcome to Chinatown, everybody. We made it. And our first stop is going to be right here, the Red Dragon. First building on your left. I'm loving it's a very grand and impressive building. I love the pagoda style. Gives an air of mystery as to what's going on the upper floors. And some great signage right there. Love the dragon. Very cool. Dragons are just always kind of cool, no matter what the context is. I'm sure they have great food here. Let's poke our head inside, see what they got going on indoors. Now, look at that fish tank. That's a spectacular fish tank. That is like half of the restaurant is a fish tank. I love that. The seating area seems to be closed, so I don't think we'll be trying the food today. At least you can still look at the majestic fish tank. I think what they really need to pull that whole thing together is like a big old sunfish. Just like a big dumb fish that kind of floats around all day and just soaks up the atmosphere. Let's take a look at the bar area over here. Sure, this is where you would grab a drink if you're waiting for a table. But even when the restaurant is closed, it seems like the bar is still open. So it's always good to have some sort of traffic for coming in for something. Now it looks like they have the same painting twice in one room. I would say that's a little bit of a decor faux pas. Ideally, you would want to have different paintings throughout your entire restaurant. And at the very least, if you're going to have a duplicate painting, you don't want to have it in the same room. Maybe they could move it out into the dining area. It would make it feel a little less redundant. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on over here. It's orderly, it's quiet. If you need that sort of space, maybe you need a quiet little place to do a clandestine little business deal or something. But I'm not coming here in my free time. I would rather, go to the Asylum or, a place that's a little bit more entertaining. Somewhere that's a little more sociable. I can maybe meet a new friend or something. All right, that'll probably just about do it for this one. This is the Red Dragon. Or it's a quiet bar area with plenty of drink options and a good place to go if you need some peace and quiet. But the non-functional dining area is going to lose some points. But the resplendent fish tank is definitely making up for some of the lost points here. I'm going to have to give the Red Dragon a 7.9. Whoa, secret door. Look at that. We're going to go in, check out the secret door. Just kidding, we're not. This isn't a secret door review. This is a bar review. The secret door is not a part of the bar, so we're going to be skipping that one. If you want to see what's in the secret elevator, just buy the game. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It's on GOG. On to the next thing. All right, so this last place is it's a secret little club called Glaze. There's no signage. It's got an industrial-looking exterior. It looks like a place where you sell fish to restaurant owners or something. And it's either very exclusive or owned by organized crime. Probably both. But yeah, we'll just pop in, see what's going on in there. Oh, immediately just getting attacked. Oh, and I'm dead. So that was Glaze. They immediately shot at me upon entering. So I'm going to have to give Glaze a 1 out of 10. Would not go there again. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really enjoyed reading all the nice comments left on the last one, and I'm excited to keep making some silly videos for you guys. Be sure to leave any suggestions, requests down below. Everybody stay safe, drink responsibly, and I'll see you all in the next one.